3, The History of Advertising and Brand Promotion. This chapter takes you through sort of the modern and so industrial revolution to today, a look at how advertising as a distinct business activity it has developed. And understanding the history of things is important because it gives you a chance to reflect on why things move the way they do or how things developed over time. And that can be useful because history does repeat itself, and the underlying factors or variables involved in even old advertising in its original forms is still true today. So this should be interesting to you, but it should give you, and even it could give you ideas for new ways to do things. So don't discount that. So chapter 3, here's where we are. This again is the first unit, the first 4 chapters, and what's involved. So factors behind why did advertising develop the way it did? Well, the rise of capitalism is probably number 1, and these aren't in any chronological order, but they sort of are. And capitalism just refers to the ability of individuals to create value for their own benefit, and they wanted to let people know. So if you were a shoemaker, and they're really good at making shoes, how do I get people to buy more of my shoes? How do I get the chance to build a factory potentially and hire other people? Because I make such good shoes, I've got a process, a way to do this. Well, that's capitalism, private enterprise. That's why you're going to school, quite frankly, is to develop skills and abilities that make you an attractive employee or an entrepreneur yourself. The Industrial Revolution then, so the concept of capitalism and how it works, the for-profit industries and things like that. Industrial Revolution, which allowed mass production. Again, how do we let them know? How did Henry Ford let the world know that he had a car that most people could afford? Well, he advertised, and he understood what the market wanted. It's all about, capitalism has faults or has difficulties, but one of the things is it's very efficient in eliminating things that markets don't want, and it creates winners and losers in that sense. So do you really want to buy VHS players and watch movies on VHS? Or DVD for that matter? Probably not, because there's new, better, quicker, more convenient ways to do it. That's all capitalism is. And the companies that were able to adapt to these changes and move ahead survived. Those that were unable to adapt and change as needed probably didn't. So that should get you going, at least in this initial section. Eras of advertising. This gives us a look at the time pre-1800s, industrialization, 1800 1875, dailies. So advertising, the reason newspapers make money is because they sell ads. The reason football games are on TV is because they can sell ads. That's where most of the revenue comes from. The reason to have a football game, basketball game, hockey, any other kind of sports or any kind of thing that you view is to sell ads because people watch. And they're targeted at those groups of people. So people that watch football games, and I'm talking American football now, they have distinct characteristics. And if you want to know who's watching a show, especially in a nationwide sense, just watch the ads and say, who are these directed toward? It's a means to an end. The only reason to have a car race on TV is because you can sell ads. Heck, the whole car is a rolling billboard of advertisement. And that's true of most sports. There's an example of newspaper advertising. They sold ads, and that's how they made their money. They gave people a reason to look. And newspapers are the precursor to the internet and Facebook and media feeds and news feeds and things like that. It's the same behavior. Now it's just easier. You don't have to buy a newspaper. You just have it downloaded, and it's quote-unquote free. Now, it's really not free. Somebody somewhere is paying, and that would be the advertisers to get on there and get access to your market. So forces affecting the evolution of advertising or the changes. Cyclical nature of history. Flu epidemic of 1918 was really it was worse than COVID-19. Technology, AI, e-commerce, mobile commerce, the ability to consume information or media easily in your pocket. Leveraging contemporary culture, marketers, advertisers are very skilled at weaving ads into culture. And culture is just habits, things that we value, habits that we have. That's really all it means. So when you read through this chapter, and read it carefully, there's good things to pick up on. You'll see kind of the history repeating itself. So take advantage of this time, make the most of the reading, and make sure you're on top of your weekly work. And I look forward to reading your assignments.